If a property or land can have a spirit attached to it, then why not an object? This doll was sent to me along with a letter explaining why this could be haunted. Today we investigate for the first time, and I update you on things that have happened since her arrival. Say hello to Lizzy.
Hello Spooklets and welcome back to the channel, and if this is the first time you're seeing this face, okay, so it has been a while since Lizzy has been in my life, and we're going to do a recap for those of you that know who Lizzy is. We're going to do a recap for those of you that are new, then you're going to learn about Lizzy. So Lizzy was sent to me with this letter in a box. Didn't know she was a doll at the time when she was first brought to me, but it's an old friend of mine that sent me her. She wants to stay anonymous, but we're going to call her Jane, right? We're going to call her Jane because it's less letters and easier to say, okay? So Jane sent me a parcel weeks ago now, probably, well, a couple of months ago now, and for a few days Lizzy was in the box, again not knowing who she is, what she is. I'm looking at her right now. Lizzy, we're doing this today. And then I opened her up. She came on the Friday. I did a video on the Monday. So the first thing I did in that video, because I did an unboxing opening her, the first thing I did was read the letter. So we're going to go through the letter again as a recap, but obviously for those of you that are new, for you to understand what's going on. Dear Susie, I am sending you this doll to see if you can figure something out for me. This doll my family has had for a few years. My grandma found the doll in her loft when she moved into her house. She felt sorry for the doll being left, so decided to give her a lovely place in her living room. My grandma loved this doll a lot, so much that when she died, my mum took the doll in. I know this might sound crazy, but bringing this to you, I think you're less likely to call me crazy, but I think the doll is haunted. So she was quite embarrassed, and she brought this to me. Jane brought this to me with me being her friend. It was easier to bring this doll to me because I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge. And she knows I'm honest, and because she knows me, she knows I will do everything I can to see if this doll is haunted. When I used to visit my grandma, I used to think she was so forgetful because she always was misplaced. She was always misplacing things, and they seemed to turn up in strange places. But since having the doll, the same things are happening here. I have heard my name being called, my mum has seen shadows, and my sister has had someone play with her hair. All these incidents were separate and happened when we were all in the house on our own. The three of us sat down to talk, and we realised that all these things started happening since the doll entered our home, but we laughed at the idea, until my mum swore the doll moved. The doll used to sit on the bed in our spare room. Mum went to take washing in, and the doll wasn't in her usual position. Now, because we'd spoke about the doll, she thought me or my sister had done this as a prank, but we hadn't touched her. Mum put her back in her position, and later that night we were watching a film in the living room when we heard a noise upstairs. Somehow the doll had rolled off the bed and was on the floor. This has creeped us out, but we don't want to throw her away because she meant a lot to my grandma. Would you see if you can investigate the doll to see if it is her and not a coincidence? Because if it is a coincidence, we would like to keep her. Oh, by the way, her name is Lizzy. Since the night she fell off the bed, we do believe we have heard footsteps. My mum has also seen shadows more frequently. Thank you, and I hope you get some answers. So then, obviously, I opened the box, and weirdly enough, obviously at this point I knew that there was a doll inside the box. Weirdly enough, I assumed the doll was female. Now, is this because I questioned questioned myself opening the box. It's in the video why I called her female. Now, is it because I sensed a female, or is it because 90% of dolls are female? I don't know. It's probably the latter, but that's the letter. So, since having her in my life, I thought what I'd do, instead of investigate straight away or talk to her, I wanted to, well, she spent a little while in our bedroom, but she also then, I moved her into my office, and she stayed there just because we mainly stay downstairs, especially during the day in the week. Obviously, I'm in my office 90% of the time, and everybody's out at work and school. Obviously, I work from home as well, so it made sense to bring her downstairs just to get used to me. But also, I just wanted to take notice of things if things were happening, just let her settle in as well, just get to know us. That's what I wanted. Now, I do have these things called paranormal worksheets, and I use them for every investigation. And this is an investigation, so Lizzie got one too. So she arrived to me at Friday the 15th of March 2024. So the idea was to give her a month to settle in, but this living room is new, okay? We've spent weeks on this living room and we've been in a mess, so I've unfortunately been able to film an awful lot at home. So I kind of I also wanted to see as well, because those of you that know, I do believe that there's a boy that follows me around. Those of you that don't know, there's a boy that follows me around, I do believe. I wanted to see whether he was going to react to her. And not only that, in the past, when we've decorated, things apparently have been, apparently, wrong choice of words, things have kicked off in the past. I do have a video on the channel about the boy, and I do speak about this within that video. I wanted to know whether Lizzie would do anything, because it's decorating, but then she's new. The boy has been with me for a long, long time, so any changes he notices. But I will say, doing the living room, we've had nothing, absolutely nothing, not from the boy, not from Lizzie. But I do have things written down on this worksheet for Lizzie, and I'm going to go through them with you now. So Friday the 15th of March, we found something strange on Google Maps. That is in that video. I will link the unboxing of her up there so you can go check that out. But we found something strange on Google Maps. It probably was coincidence, but it was really weird. I wrote it down just in case anything weird like this happened again since Lizzie's been in the home. Saturday the 16th of March, the day after, someone walked. This is having in mind, this was before I unboxed her, because she came to me on the Friday. She was in the box until the Monday morning when I filmed unboxing her. So Saturday the 16th of March, someone walked upstairs, and in our room, she was in there, in the box. So what it was, my eldest son, he was upstairs on his PlayStation with his headset on. Matt was in here when it was the old living room with his headset on, and I was sat where you are. You're currently on a sofa. It's the new sofa, but when the old sofa was there, I was sat on there doing whatever I was doing, and Declan said, "Hey mum." Obviously I did hear it because the stairs are literally there, so I did hear Declan say that, but obviously Matt had his headset on, so he really did hear him say it. So Matt turned around, saw that I was still on the sofa, and then said, what do you mean, mate? And he said, "Mum just walked up the stairs and walked into your bedroom." Nope, I was sat on the sofa. So that was very, very strange, because she was in there. Tuesday the 19th of March, so 3 days later, this was the day after I unboxed her, there was fingernails tapped on the front door quite loudly. So on a Tuesday, my kids go to my parents for tea every Tuesday, and we tend to go out, grab something to eat, and then we come back. Matt has a bath, and I make sure everything's sorted and tidied, and we chill for the evening. The boys come home, blah, 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 blah. So we'd been out, we came home, Matt went for his bath, and I literally had nothing to do. I'd done it all before we went out. So I come and sat in here, when it was the old living room still. I come and sat in here just to chill for a bit. I was on my phone, and our door is PVC, and it sounded like somebody with long-ish nails anyway, had a bit of length to the nails, and it was really loud on the door, and it was on the inside. It was, I don't know how to explain it, but it was somebody tapping on the door with their nails. So then it went quiet for another few days. So Friday the 22nd of March, someone walked through the dining room. Now, it was a Friday night, so we'd have all been here. The kids were in bed. Me and Matt were in here watching telly, and the floor, our dining room floor, is really creaky when you walk through it. It's never done it on its own. We've been in this house, it'll be 13 years in August, and that floor has never creaked on its own. That's not to say it would never do it, but I did find it weird and wrote it down because it honestly, it was creaking. Somebody walked through, and at this point she was in my office. So I wrote it down because I thought it was weird. Saturday the 23rd of March, the doll changed position. Okay, so, oh my days. So what was I doing? Oh no, she was still in our room. I do apologise. Someone walked through the dining room. She was still in our room at this point. Do apologise. Yeah, that's right. Saturday the 23rd of March, the doll changed position. So I was upstairs. I went to do my makeup. It was in the morning. I went to do my makeup and I sat on the floor. Lizzie was kind of next to me and I looked at her and I thought she wasn't like that. There was two DVDs that were on her for some reason, because me and my youngest, we tend to watch films up in my bed. We've got one of them telly beds, and so there ends up being like 4 or 5 DVDs, and then I put them away and the pile builds up again. And 2 DVDs were on her, and I thought, well, that must have made her move. I don't get how the DVDs moved, but it could be explained. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I moved the DVDs and I put them away, and I sat her up and I made sure I mentally visually knew how I'd put her. So keep that in mind. So that was Saturday the 23rd of March. Tuesday the 26th of March, doll changed position. So again, I was putting makeup on that day. It's not something I do very often, but sometimes I go through phases where I will wear makeup near enough every day. And I went to do my makeup and she had moved. She was leant to the side and her feet, I made sure her feet were both upright. Do you know what I mean? Like that. And one of her feet were to the side and she was to the side. So I marked it down. Again, it could be explained. I don't know. So that was Tuesday the 26th of March, and then Wednesday the 10th of April, so this was a while later, at 2:10 in the morning, Declan heard walking around downstairs. Now I remember this quite vividly because it did, at this point she was downstairs in my office, and I know she was because that's what I automatically thought when Declan was telling me this. He woke up to go to the toilet, and he looked at his Nintendo Switch at the time when he came down his ladder, and that's how he knew it was 2:10 in the morning. He went to the toilet, and as he was coming back from the toilet, obviously he went past the stairs and he could hear movement downstairs. So he stood there and listened, and he kept hearing walking around downstairs. And instead of waking us up for some strange reason, he went to bed, and it took him ages to get back to sleep, but he was hearing movement while laid in bed. He was hearing movement. Now his bedroom is above the dining room as well. Now the dining room is my office, and that's where she was sat. So yeah, that was very strange. So that was Wednesday the 10th of April. We are currently on Monday the 20th of May. So it's been well over a month. I have got nothing else written down. The only other thing I've got written down is in additional notes, I need to film the doll for movement. I still need to do that. But I've had her in a position and she hasn't moved anymore. So I don't know whether it was because when she did move it was explainable. Haven't got a clue, but I will investigate that further. The only other thing that's happened, I didn't write it down. Maybe I should write it down in case I do forget. When she was up in our room, she was on my side of the bed against the wall, just sat there. And obviously I'd wake up in the morning and see her there because I normally sleep on my tummy, but I always end up laid, when I wake up, I'm on my right side, so I'm facing outside of the bed where she is. And one morning, it was before Wednesday the 10th of April when Declan had walking downstairs early hours of the morning, I woke up and she was looking at me, And I know that sounds weird. She's a doll. Her eyes are fixated forward. I can't stop looking at her. She just draws me in that sense. I don't feel anything from her. And it does feel weird doing this. But at the same time, when I say my friend brought this to me, Jane brought this to me because she trusts me, I trust her. Why would she lie to me about this? Do you know what I mean? So everything that was written in this letter, I believe. And she's come to me for help. She's embarrassed about it, but she's come to me for help. Now, when I go out investigating, it's because I believe that spirits or people that were once on this earth can be attached to land or a property, whether it be a residual haunting or intelligent. So what's to say they can't attach themselves to objects? You've got to be open to it, I suppose. If you believe in the paranormal, you've got to be open to all types of paranormal. So I am very open to this. I've opened myself to this, and I'm going to try today to investigate her the best I can. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to set up another camera as well. I'm going to set up a bit of equipment. I don't have a lot of equipment, but we do have 9 of them cat balls. A lot of people laugh at cat balls, but they are motion censored, and when I use them, I do tend to, if one goes off, I'm not going to think that's Lizzie, but I will think it's more chance that it could be Lizzie if I ask her to set a specific ball off. And with there being 9 out, do you know what I mean? And there's a one that I've picked and it goes off. Okay, that's a bit strange, you know, could it be Lizzie? And I do have a motion alarm REM pod thing, and I do have a spirit box, but we're not going to start with that. I'm just going to set some equipment out. So let's investigate Lizzie and see if Lizzie wants to talk to us today. Okay guys, what I've done is I've set a camera up there, and we have obviously Lizzie, we have some balls set out. They keep going off. I've got 1 on her. There's 6 out altogether, not 9. Just because they're not going off, and that one's gone off again. Hang on a second. Okay, so yeah, we have some balls set out, and we've got a little REM pod out, and we're going to attempt to talk to Lizzie. That ball keeps going off. We'll keep an eye on that one. Hi Lizzie. You've been in this house a little while now. When you came to me, I was a bit nervous, I'm not going to lie, but since I took you out the box and you've been with us, I don't feel anything negative from you. You do tend to look into my soul, but I don't feel anything negative from you, which is awesome. But since you've been here, I believe you've been doing a few things. You've gone quite recently. But if everything that I've written down, because you've been sat in this room while I've been talking to the lovely spooklets, okay? You've listened to me, and you know I've written things down. The things that I've written down, is any of that been you? Could you... I'm not going to ask for noises because we do have the neighbours at home. So could you set one of these balls off? Or could you touch this if any of this that I've written down has been you? Have you yourself changed position of this doll since being in this house? Could you let me know by setting a piece of equipment off? Okay, so my neighbour, guys, does have a telly on in the background. If there is any noises that I'm not sure on, I will let you know, but if you're hearing any like bangs and things, and I'm not saying anything, trust me, it's next door. Okay, Lizzie, if you have been trying to make yourself known around my friend. Could you set a piece of equipment off? This is why they sent you to me, to have a look at you, to talk to you. Did you do anything in their home? Did you fall off the bed? Did you roll off the bed to get their attention? Could you set a ball off for yes? Or touch that little box? Lizzie, please come talk to me. I know we've not done this properly. I say hello to you when I walk past you. I've held you. But I want to sit and talk to you now properly. There's a little ball on. Do you want to talk to me too? If that was you, could you touch another ball for me? Could you maybe touch the one that's on you, on your pretty dress? Could you make that one flash? I'd really like it, Lizzie, if you cooperated and spoke to me. I know you don't know me as well as who you was living with. Could you do it for her? I know you don't know me as well as who you was living with. Could you do it for her? I just heard the weirdest squeak in my left ear, but it was here. I don't know if the camera would have picked that up, but that was really strange. I don't know. There might have been it wasn't me. It wasn't my nose. It was a proper squeak. Are you making noises, Lizzie? Just let me know by setting the equipment off, or maybe do that noise again. As I was saying though, you've come away from your home to stay with me for a while. And I do think I've made you feel welcome. I hope I have. I really do hope. But you've been sent to me to have a look at you, to see if it is you trying to get this family's attention, your family's attention. Could you help us figure this out? Okay, that's the second time that ball's gone off. Okay, could you set any of the other balls off for me? Any of them? Just pick a ball and can you make it flash? Just to confirm for us, Lizzie, that this is you. Are you taking a bit too warm to me? You've got a lovely dress and the bow that matches your dress is really nice. You're very pretty. And whoever had you really looked after you. Now my friend's grandma named you Lizzie. Is that your name? Is your name Lizzie? Do you think you could move the hair on the doll, Lizzie? I say this because I don't know if it's the actual object that it's inside or whether it's just attached to the object. Do you know what I mean? Like, instead of inside, sat next to. Could you move the hair on the doll, Lizzie? Should be easy to... That's me. Oh my days, I made myself jump. Could you do that? Could you just move it a little bit? The hair. If your name isn't Lizzie, could you set a piece of equipment off for me? Okay, so I'm just going to carry on calling you Lizzie if that's all right, because obviously I'm not getting a response to whether that is actually your name or not. So we're just going to carry on calling you Lizzie. The family that had you before, my friend's grandma, when she found you in the loft, whoever put you in that loft, were they nice to you? Was this your doll? Did you live with the family before? Or Lizzie, was you attached to the land but attached yourself to this doll because you really liked the doll? Could you let me know? Just set a piece of equipment off for yes. Did you like this doll so you attached yourself to it? Okay, was this your doll and is this why you're attached to it? Set a piece of equipment off for yes. Was this your doll? Lizzie, do you not want to talk to me? Could you set a piece of equipment off if you feel uncomfortable and you don't want to talk to me? Do you prefer to do things when people are out of the room? Do you not want me in here? If you would like me to leave so that you can play with this equipment, can you just set one off to say yes? Maybe the one on your dress. If you could make that ball light up that's on your dress, and then I'll leave and you can play with these toys. So far we've got nowhere. Should we try the spirit box? Okay, this little box, Lizzie, you can come talk to me into this. I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to ask some questions. Let's see if you can communicate through this for me. Hi, Lizzie. Can you say hello?
Hello.
What? Hello? Is your name Lizzie? Can you say Lizzie? Thought I heard Liz. Is your name Lizzie? Can you say Lizzie nice and clear? If your name isn't Lizzie, can you say no? Lizzie?
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
So,
Lizzie, if you like living here with me at the minute, could you let me know? Say that you like it or yes. Or no if you don't like it. Lizzie, do you not trust me yet? Nice and clear again. Could you say hello?
Saying.
Pain? Did you just say pain? Pain. Are you in pain? Lizzie, where does it hurt? Did you just say arm in the background? Could you say arm nice and clear if that's where you're hurting? Lizzie, you were found in a loft in a house. Is this true?
Deep drop.
Do you want me to turn this off? Just tell me yes or no. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if this was you talking to me through this box, but if it was, thank you. Thank you very much. If this was you talking to me through this box though, could you please set a ball off? One ball has been going off a couple of times. So if that was you, I know you can do it. Just be brave for me. There's nothing to be afraid of with me. Honestly, you know me by now. I've been here the whole time. My family's nice, I'm nice. We've made you feel welcome. Could you set a piece of equipment off for me if it's you that spoke to me through this box? She's quiet. Lizzie, have you shown yourself as a shadow to the family that you were with before you came to me? I'd really like you to come talk to me, Lizzie. Come communicate with me. I mean, for all I know, you were talking to me through that box, or it could be just coincidence and me hearing words. But if this was you talking to me in this box, I just need you to let me know. If it wasn't you talking to me in this box, can you let me know by setting a piece of equipment off? Do you know what's weird, guys, as well? I don't get anything off her. When I was first past the box, excuse me, when I was first past the box and I didn't know what was in it, I did feel something. But I did say in the video unboxing her that I wasn't sure whether that was just because I went cold, like inside, because I was just being past a potentially haunted item that well, no, I have, because I do believe I do have my little doll, the boy. I don't know if he's connected to him or me. The little doll's connected, no, the boy's connected to the little doll or connected to me, and it's an ongoing investigation with that too. Lizzie, have you met the boy? Have you met the boy that's here? a minute, what if I'm not talking to Lizzie? Have we got the boy here? Could you let me know? Could you set a piece of equipment off for me if you're here with me right now? That's my guinea pig. Oh, okay, we've got a ball going off. Is this the boy? If this is the boy, can you set another ball off for me? Just a different one. Can you touch the ball on Lizzie's dress? Or one of the ones at the back of the sofa? Could you touch any of them? Okay, my guinea pig is going mental, I'm sorry. Shush, Neville. Okay, if the boy is here with me, you've been rather quiet for quite a while now, and I thought, thank you. So if this is the boy, then you have been very, very quiet, and I thought by decorating this living room, you might kick off and really let us know that you're here, but you haven't. So if you are here then hello. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Could you actually, if you're here, could you touch the aerial on that box? It's never gone off before. Thank you. Okay, so if this is you, can I ask you to touch a specific ball just to confirm to me that this is you? Could you touch the ball on Lizzie's dress or the one next to her? Could you touch one of those two balls? Please. It just confirms to me that this is you, because I can't see you. I've only ever seen you once, and that was when I was little. Okay, so I've asked Lizzie whether she's been doing the noises that I have written down. Was it you and not Lizzie? Was it you? If it was you though, I need you to touch the ball on Lizzie's dress if it was you. Was it you and not Lizzie? Was it you tapping on the door with fingernails? Was it you walking around? Was it you that moved Lizzie? Did you move the doll? I've just thought, guys, because I've never spoke to him about Lizzie, that I've potentially brought another spirit into the home and I've not spoke to him about it. I feel really bad, I'm sorry. I did wonder whether bringing Lizzie in, because he has been really, really quiet, I did wonder whether bringing Lizzie in would make him act up. I mean, was it him acting up? What I've got written down thinking it might be Lizzie, is it the boy? It's gone quiet. Is he used to her now? Is she even haunted? I'm going to turn this back on, and Lizzie or the boy, can either of you come talk to me? Okay, have we got Lizzie or the boy? Can you say Lizzie here? Are you both here? Could you say Lizzy? Can you say the boy? Yeah. Can you say boy? Pain again. Are you in pain? Have you got anything that you want to tell me? Mummy. Lizzy, was that you? Do you want your mummy? Lizzy, can you make a knocking noise in this room like this? That's next door. Can you make a knocking noise on that door that I've just knocked on? So if we've got Lizzy and the boy here, right, and you've both been setting them balls off, could you both set one off together now? Just set one of them balls off. Both of you work together. I'd like to see the one on the doll's dress go off because it would make that dress really flash some pretty colours. It's such a lovely dress. I think, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the cards. They're in my office, but I'll go get the cards. We'll give that a go. And then I think what I'm going to do is, well, I'll leave the cameras exactly where they are, actually. Oh. Do you want me to try these cards? Well, I did ask them both to set a ball off. Right, that was a bit delayed. But if this was you, then thank you so much. Could you set another ball off for me just while I'm talking to these lovely people? Could you set another ball off for me, both of you together? So yeah, I'm thinking of getting the cards out, having a go with them, see if I can get any responses, because again, everything goes on a paranormal worksheet so that when I do this again, we can look back and compare investigations. Do you know what I mean? But then when I've done that, I'm going to leave the cameras exactly where they are. I might put you this one a little bit closer to Lizzy though. And I'm going to step out, I think. So yeah, let me get the cards. Let's give this a go. Let's give it a go. Okay. Oh. For those of you that don't know what the cards are, I'm going to explain to you guys as well as Lizzy and the boy. I have used these on the boy before a while ago. It was a members video that I did. But let's just give this a go. So, Lizzy and the boy, I'm going to refresh your memory. You have used these before, but just listen to me telling you. And you guys listen. So these cards all have sort of yes, no answers to them. You've got yes, no, maybe, not sure. There is one that says don't ask again. So if you would like to pick that one first, then obviously I won't ask any more questions, okay? So guys, the deal is that these will all be face down and you need to draw me to your answer. All right, and I will pick it up. So just draw me to your answer and we'll see what we can get. There is, if you don't quite understand the question, there is some that say ask again, and I will rephrase the question, reword it for you. What I do as well, guys, is I leave this completely unedited because then you know I'm not seeing what's on each card. But because it's unedited, it's quite boring for you. I'm so sorry, but I have to leave it unedited. I do have to. Okay, right. I'm going to ask, am I talking to Lizzy with these cards? Am I talking to Lizzy? Draw me to your answer. Am I talking to Lizzy? Yes. Okay. Also, do we have the boy here as well? Ask again. Okay. Did you want to join Lizzy with these cards and answer some questions? Do you want to get involved, the boy? Do you want to answer these questions? Yes. Okay, so we've got both of you joining in, and that's fine. So, Lizzy, I'm going to ask you a question first. So the boy, if you step back and let Lizzy answer this question, let Lizzy draw me to her answer. Lizzy, are you comfortable being here with me in this house? No. Okay, all right, darling. Are you not comfortable because you don't know me very well? Not sure. All right. Is this why you've not been talking to me very much? Do you not want to talk to me at the minute? Do you not want to talk to me? No. All right. Do you want me to talk to the boy instead for a little bit? Yes. All right. Okay. Okay. Right. Lizzy's going to watch. So I'm going to talk to you, the boy. Do you like Lizzy living in our house? Yes. Do you find that you've got a new friend within Lizzy? Is Lizzy your new friend? Is Lizzy your new friend? Not sure. Okay. Is Lizzy a bit unsure on you, like she is me? Is Lizzy unsure on you as well as she is me? Yes, alright. Okay. So Lizzy's a bit shy with us then. Was it Lizzy setting the balls off with you? Yes. Okay. Okay. Do you want to ask Lizzy or Lizzy answer this herself? It's entirely up to you. Is Lizzy in any pain? Yes. All right. Lizzy, I do think I heard arm when I asked what was hurting, why you was in pain. I think I heard arm. Is it your arm that hurts? Are you in pain in your arm? No. Okay. Are you in pain physically? No. Okay. Are you in pain mentally? Do you hurt inside? Like you're really, really upset? Maybe. Okay. I have a feeling you don't really want to talk about the pain, and that's fine. Lizzy, can I ask you some questions? Is that okay? No. Okay, you still don't want to talk to me. That's fine. But I'm going to ask the boy some questions then, and if you want to talk through the boy as well, that's entirely up to you. The boy, would Lizzy tell you her answers if I talk to you? Yes. Okay. Would Lizzy like me to talk to her again another day? No. Lizzy, I want your stay to be comfortable, and if these cards are what I'm being drawn to by you guys, and this is all correct, I want you to feel comfortable here. Do you think you'd like to, do you think Lizzy would like to get to know you a little bit more, the boy? Ask again. Okay. Okay, let me ask Lizzy. Lizzy, if I ask you the question and you can get the boy to draw me to your answer, that's absolutely fine. But Lizzy, would you prefer to get to know the boy first instead of me? Would you rather get to know the boy first? Would you rather get to know the boy first and not me? No. Okay. Would you like to get to know me a bit more before we do this again? Would you like to go home to your family that you've been living with? Don't ask again. She's really not wanting to answer. If this is her drawing me to these cards, she really isn't wanting to answer. Okay, the boy, I'm going to come back to you if you are... I don't know whether this is coincidence or whether this is working, but this is the first investigation I have done properly. I've only written notes down of things that have happened. So to keep doing this and keep looking back, if I'm getting the same responses, then it could be paranormal. This Lizzy could be Lizzy, if that makes sense. Okay. The boy, would you like to get to know Lizzy a bit more? Maybe. Is it because she doesn't seem very welcoming? Alright. Let me ask you this. So I have got things written down. I'm talking to the boy. I've got things written down. Was it you doing these noises and not Lizzy? Was it you doing these noises that I've got written down? And did you move Lizzy, the doll? Was it you that did it all? Yes. There's 2 cards left, which is 2 questions. So I don't know obviously what's on these cards, but you're going to have to answer them the best you can, or if it is the wrong answer, then don't draw me to the card. Does Lizzy not like being here? No. Is Lizzy very upset about being here? Okay, I'm not right. Is there a spirit attached to this doll? Can you see that there is a spirit? Is Lizzy real? Is she there? No. Okay, that was interesting. So, am I not getting responses from the equipment properly because she's not here? But the boy has said that him and Lizzy are both here together and they've both been touching the balls. I'm going to ask one question and pull a card out at random. Right, I'm talking to the boy. You have been known to be a prankster. You know that Lizzy, you would have been here when I was given her. You would have been here when I've spoke to Jane. I know you know her name's not Jane, but we have to call her Jane. She wants to stay anonymous, okay? Have you pranked me this whole time into thinking Lizzy might actually be haunted? Is Lizzy actually inside or attached to this doll? Is there such thing as Lizzy? Is there such thing as Lizzy? Maybe. Okay. Okay. Right. What I'm going to do, I don't know who I'm talking to. The responses have been crazy. The boy has been known to be a bit of a prankster. He's been known to scare me. He has been known to just... I've been through all the emotions. I do very much believe that there is a boy that haunts me. But I don't know whether it's me that he's attached to or this doll. But that is for another day. But I have done a video with members on this. What I'm going to do now then, guys, is I'll keep to what I've said. I've finished with the cards, obviously. I'm going to go out the room. I'm going to go out the room. I'm going to bring this camera closer to Lizzy. That camera will catch any of these balls set off. Yeah. So I'm going to go. Lizzy, if you are here, I'm leaving the room so you can do what you want, okay? The boy, I don't even know what to say to you. I don't even know what to say. I don't know whether there is a Lizzy or not. Now, I really don't. I really, really don't. So, yeah, let's get this set up. And then I'll leave you with Lizzy and the boy. Okay, I'm just going to move that there. I'll do it that way so it's not near anything. Just because then you can see her fully. Right, I'm going. See you in a bit. You might hear a loud noise in a minute, guys, because I am actually going to go outside the back. So you'll hear the conservatory doors because it's really loud. That is recording, that is recording. Right, have fun. Hopefully we get something. Okay guys, I'm going to call it there. I've been at it a little while now. So I will try again. Maybe in a few weeks. I don't know what to do different. I don't know whether it is her, whether the boy is here and playing about. I don't know. I need to investigate this a bit further because I have promised my friend I'll investigate. Because they believe things have happened with her. I'll do what I can. I can't really do much more than that. I'm leaving this first investigation with Lizzie with I really don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm actually quite confused because I don't know whether the boy is here messing about. Is Lizzie messing about? The ball's going off. Lizzie, are you messing about? Lizzie, if you are here, could you set the ball off on your dress? Please. If I'm going to go, I'm going to leave you alone. But if you are here, Lizzie, and you have communicated even just slightly with me, could you set the ball off that's sat on your dress, on the doll's dress? Or if it's the boy that's here and that's been communicating during this investigation, could you set a ball off, a different ball off, not the one on her dress? Because then I'm going to confuse myself. That ball went off at the back when I said, you know, is Lizzie messing about? And it is actually Lizzie and she's making out the boys here. Lizzie, has it actually been you? Could you set a different ball off for me if this has been you? Any. Pick a ball. Just a different, not that one. Pick a different ball. If that is you touching that ball, honestly, thank you so much. But there's a few right near that ball. Could you set one of those off instead? Or could you touch this like this? The boy, if it is you, could you set a different ball off for me? Not that one. Can you set a different, that one's going off a bit. I don't know if it's just going off randomly. Could you set a different ball off, the boy, if this has been you? Thank you. Could I be really cheeky? If this is you, the boy, touching that ball, could you touch the ball on Lizzie's dress for me? Or maybe he doesn't want to get close to Lizzie. Could you set the ball off that's furthest away from Lizzie, if this has been you with me? Please. It will help me. I'm not quite sure who I've been talking to, or if I've been talking to anybody, whether this whole thing's been a coincidence, I don't know. It's the problem with the first investigation. Whoever I've been talking to, thank you. Thank you for cooperating, and the cards were interesting. I do think the cards were interesting. I am drawn to the cards to pick them up. I let myself draw. I don't know if you'd noticed, but I stare into one space and I'm drawn to a card. I don't know how to explain it. Whether it is coincidence or not, I don't know. But you have to experiment in some way, right? And this is an experiment that I do like doing it. At first I didn't feel drawn to using them, but when I felt that the boy might be here, I thought I really want to use them now, just to see if I can get answers. Could you say goodbye to me just by touching one of the balls? Could you say goodbye? Could you do a different ball? Touch a different one for goodbye. Any of them. If you could touch, you know, Lizzie, if you're here, or the boy, if you could touch the one on the doll's dress for goodbye, I'd really appreciate that. That was my stomach. Well, honestly, thank you very much. I will say goodbye. Okay, I will say goodbye, and I will say goodbye to these guys on behalf of you as well. That ball keeps going off. I'm not quite sure. So, yeah, that is the end of this investigation, I think, guys. I will do it again in a few weeks, and by then I will have everything written on a worksheet. So, is that you saying goodbye? Thank you. Yeah, I'll have everything on a worksheet of this investigation and make sure that I have that with me, so that we can sort of recap as well as see if anything else is going on. That ball keeps going off, I don't trust it. But yeah, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for joining me in the investigation, the first investigation of Lizzie the doll. And we had a special guest, I do believe, the boy joined us, which was nice because you've been so quiet. So it's nice that you've joined us if you have. But yeah, I am going to go. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will speak to you all in my next video. But until then, sleep tight.